right. So, what's up, E-Rocks the World crew? Um, yes, I'm looking rough. I am in bed. But I thought I'll check in real quick. I'm about to braid my hair before I go to bed, and decided to just jump on. I know I already recorded a video earlier today, but I decided to jump back on because I've had a change of thought. Um, Before I get started, though, this is a makeshift nightgown. It used to be a skirt, um, but I wear it as a nightgown, and I've had it for maybe 6, 7 years. Most people like wearing muumuus, but I like things that give me space. So today, I wanted to talk to you guys because I've been thinking a lot about time. So, we talked about pretty last time, knowing you're pretty. Um, and I believe that. That's a word. Like, really, chew on that one. If you haven't seen it, go back to my video called Finding Your Pretty. Um, the other day, my cousin I was talking to, she was like, "You are a natural beauty. Like, you don't have to do nothing. You are a natural beauty." And I think that's what got me talking about pretty, because I hadn't really thought of myself in that way. But she was like, "You are a natural beauty," and she was like, you know. So, find out what makes you unique, what makes you stand out, and just work it. But I want to change gears and talk a little bit about time. Today was a work day, and I'm noticing that time has been a challenge for me. In my work, in my work, I really enjoy what I do. I love what I do, actually. I feel like I'm moving in my purpose. So it's a pleasure to do what I'm doing. So with that said, I try to, show up and be as present as possible in as many spaces as possible. And what I'm finding is that there's not enough time. So I'm looking at my calendar today and yesterday. What's today? Wednesday? So yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday. But all last week. My calendar has been full every day for the last 2 weeks. And so what I'm struggling to do, or what I'm learning to do in this current space that I'm moving in, is how do I better manage my time? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm still a mother. I have a brother who is disabled that I help take care of. I have my family, my family obligations, my mother, my sisters. And so, while managing 3 little kids, I have to figure out, how do I not go to burnout? So burnout, I told y'all I was starting to talk about burnout last week, and I actually started recording a video about burnout. And in recording that video, I had to stop because I wasn't ready to talk about burnout. I'm like, how do I talk about burnout without getting too personal into my story? You know what I mean? But, I've experienced burnout. I've experienced it 2 times. 2 times. Professionally and, in all other ways. Burnout is when you just get so overstimulated to where just you just kind of shut down. You know what I mean? Like your mind and your body and your just stuff just your wires get crossed, right? And so if you're curious on what I use before I twist my hair, I usually just get a handful of coconut oil. It's on my bed. My bed. Yeah, I need some home beautification. It's lightning outside. I got this big thing of coconut oil from Sam's, my favorite space. It cost about $7. I get a handful of this. You see, it's almost empty. I don't even keep a top on it. We use it so much. Get a handful of it, rub it together, and just slather it over my head. And then I just twist my hair back out. And so, what was I saying? Time management. So, time management. So, it's almost like when I was talking about, slowly losing pieces of yourself and compromising yourself at the cost of something, you start losing parts of yourself, right? And so when you are so focused on that thing you're focusing on, for me, I tend to lean towards like my career. I focus super hard on my career. You could be focused super hard on your family. You could be focused super hard on like your organizations. Like, there's something that you're giving most of your energy to. And I tend to give mine to my work because my work, like I said, I feel like it's in my purpose. Like, God put me here to do this. Like, I really believe that. But when you experience burnout, no matter how much you want to do something, you cannot do it. So I remember in 2008, after Obama, not after Obama, before Obama decided to run for president, I was in a very cool position, great job, great team. Worked on a team to help get Obama elected in 2008. 2007, we really started about 2007. But after that, I was done. I was like, we get a black president, I'm taking a break. Like, I had to shut it down. That's when I went back and got my master's degree. And that was like December 31st, 2008 was my last day. And so I took a break. Like, I didn't allow myself to get to a point where I just shut down. So I took a break. I went to college. I worked contracts, had a whole bunch of side hustles. And then graduated. And the next day was back at, my previous employer. And so continued working, years go by. And in 2006, it was 2016, it was like I had become a mother in this time. I had become a wife in this time. I was traveling all over the place. It was just it was just crazy. It was just so overwhelming. I'm having 6 babies. I'm nursing. I'm breastfeeding 2 babies back to back. Like, I just remember, and then the atmosphere of the workplace was starting to change, you know what I mean? And then, it was just a crazy time. And it's just I just shut down. Like, I could not work for a whole year. You know what I mean? I was about to walk away from my purpose. Like, I was selling beads in Leimert Park Village on weekends. Like, I was just going to sell beads for the rest of my life. I did do contract gigs because I needed to sustain, myself and my family. But for the most part, I was just healing for a whole year. And that time really just kind of raised my awareness of the trajectory I was on. You thought the first time was bad. You thought the second time was bad. Come on, you want a third? So I'm happy that right now, I'm in a place where the people around me want to make sure that I'm healthy and that I'm taking care of myself, and I'm, setting my, doing what I need to do to keep my mental straight, is like, it's a blessing. And I thank God for it. And I, pray they continue to cover those relationships, because, the people around you are going to have a huge impact on, your well-being. Not just mental, but physical well-being. Like, if people who really paying attention to you, really love you, they notice something off about you, they're going to be like, look, hey, you need to go and get that checked on. Or you need to slow down. You need to take care of yourself. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you eating? Those are the types of people that you be thankful for that's around you. And you try to be that person to people around you. Like, check on folks. So, I got through it. This is a hard one for me. So, mental health, take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Don't allow yourself to get to a place of burnout. I was talking to my coach today, and he was like, he's brilliant. Ooh, brilliant. He said these videos reminded him of like some Spike Lee joint type junk. So I'll take that. But anyways, he was like, you have to set boundaries around your time. You know what I mean? You have to have standards of what you accept and spaces that it occupies. You know what I mean? You are an agent of your time. So, like, figuring out how to put hard boundaries around your time. Like, for me, I try to make sure I'm available with my kids. When my kids' nanny bring them home to me at 6:30, I try to make sure that I'm available. You know what I mean? Like, for my family. Like, that's my family time. It's like, 2.5 hours I get to spend time with my family. So I really try to protect that space. On Tuesdays, I let that space go. But for the most part, like, I'm really trying to do what it takes to take care of my family, do what it takes to take care of myself. Like, today I went to a yoga class. Like, trying to figure out how to nurture myself and self-care. Take care of myself through these, challenging times. I know this is only a season, but like getting through these challenging times and recognizing that, it's going to be another season. It's going to be another season, and it's always going to be changing. It's always going to be evolving. And this is a very new place I'm stepping into. So it's like there's a whole new level of demands that I'm now looking at. And I think that made me a little anxious. But now that I've talked it out and said it out loud, I know what's up. And you know what's up, because I just told you what's up. So anyways, my three babies. Thank you, E-Rock the World Crew, for kicking it with me, Miss E-Rocka. I don't even think I introduced myself in the beginning. Oh well. Miss E-Rocka, signing out.